Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. It's Thursday, 26th of February, and two more days, and we are done with February, going into March. That means maybe some spring right on the corner. Toxic Thursday. This is Tony O on the north side, Carol Brandolino on the south side. And we got a great show lined up for you guys today. We're going to have a little fun. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. And every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military, our veterans, and mostly you wonderful people who take time and watch show. It's showtime. Let's see if this works today. Ocean's Pit style. Yeah, thank you, Richie from 7th Avenue. It was great seeing Richie last night at Rosario's. Guys, I hope you guys are having a great day. Ocean's Pit, little show about things, man. We got a lot going on today and a lot of fun. Carol, how you doing over there on the south side of Chi-Town?
Doing good, doing good. Got some exciting news coming up in the next week or so. Very excited. Stay tuned.
A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff, and it's going to make everybody happy, and that's the best thing about it. Forget your troubles, because that's what you're going to definitely do when you announce that. It's going to be cool. And let's talk about our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place, buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. That's right. Save on all supplies you need for your next paint project. Buy one, get 150% off Clark and Kensington. Or Real Paint, select paint Ace kits, including tray, brush, rollers, select Frog Painter's tape. See the indoor ad coupon for 25% off one regular price item under $50 or $12.50 off any item over $50. Some restrictions apply. And don't forget to say, hey, I want to grill my ace off. That's right. Grill your ace off with your new, get yourself a bunch of grills and get ready for the summer, baby, with Ace Hardware. Ace is a place, buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our friends from Ace. All right, Carol. Last night we were at Rosario's in Roselle. Thank you, Chris, Manny, and everybody. It was a nice little turnout. That place is either hit or miss, but I enjoy it out there because it's close to the house. So Double T, Tony Toto, great job seeing Julie there, his wife, of course, and Jeff and Carlo, and my good buddy Richie from 7th Heaven was there. Dave and Robin, thank you guys so much. Also, Kristen Knievel stopped by and sang a few songs as well. And Freddie, it was just a good sign. Everybody, thank you guys for coming out. Tonight, we're going to keep the party going because it's the return of Jumpin' Jerry Jams from Florida. He's been in Florida now for almost 2 months.
Oh, good for him.
Almost 2 months.
Good for him.
Yeah. So you see his mom, got to see his family, got to hang out with some friends. So Jerry will be with us tonight at Positano's. And, of course, Lisa P. is in Florida till the end of February. Early next week, and then we're going to do Johnny Cabs together on the 7th. But so my good friend, of course, the great Regina Karma, what a voice she has. I mean, she's open for Air Supply, Gladys Knight, Gino Vanelli, and more. And she's going to be joining us tonight at Positano's. And here's the big deal, too, folks. Every time we're there, one Thursday a month, it's $10 martinis. $10 martinis at Positano. $10, you can't get anything for $10. And Cindy's going to be pouring them strong for all you.
Cindy's good.
Cindy's good. Drinkers. Yeah. So that's tonight at Positano's. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. We're going to have a little celebration for Tony Toto's birthday Friday at Prime. And then Saturday, we're making our debut at Rookies in Hoffman Estates with the main event band, Tony Toto, Bob Pucci on guitar, and Mikey D on keys. That's this Saturday, the 28th. first come, first serve, no reservations. You can't. They won't hold tables. You got to get there. Anyway, I want to thank my guests yesterday. Rob from Generations, great classic rock band, and again Tina St. Angelo. Of course, she's always doing plays and musicals, and just fun having those guys. We do appreciate it. All right, Carol. Speaking of Richie, yesterday we were talking about the Royal Caribbean Cruise, the number 4 with Chicago Music Cruise 2027, January 10th, Orlando, Bahamas, Cove, St. Martin, St. Thomas on the new brand ship, the Stars of the Seas, brand new ship. So go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com, put in Tony Ocean. Better yet, pick up the phone and call Mary at 688-1725 and say you want to go on the ocean with Ocean. We're going to start off. I didn't mention it yesterday because I had the 2 guests on, so we didn't really get to talk much about it. Ellie, Kathy, Thomas, how are you doing? Emo, Gina, hope you're doing well, honey. There's the information. Thank you, Mary. There it is. It is Thirsty Thursday. There you go. I like that too. Will, how are you doing? Teddy Freeze. I think they do. Ronnie B, what's going on? All right. We didn't get to talk about this yesterday, but we're going to talk about the State of the Union. Of course, President Donald Trump faced the Republicans and the Democrats. Of course, State of the Union. He does it, and he was talking about is what's he going to do for the next term. It was the longest recorded speech, 1 hour and 48 minutes. Bill Clinton, former President Bill Clinton did it January 27, 2020. It was 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 48 seconds. So Trump did it the long that he did. 64% approved of the country moving forward after he spoke, according to a bunch of different news stations. Also, it said it was 12% less viewed from the first one that he did, 4 or 5 years ago, whatever it was, his first term. People watching it at that time was 31.45 million people watched it the first time he did it. It was 12% down this particular one. Carol, what's your thoughts on the whole thing? First of all, I thought he did an incredible job, and whether you like him or not, and a lot of people gave him shit, of course. Half of the Democrats didn't even show up. And I'm not saying, I just thought he did a good job of what he said, and I'd like to get your perspective on it.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it. I watched 90% of it, a few times in and out. But, I think he was as professional. I think it was one of the better times, I think, that he's spoken. He was, I think, more professional than that. I think he kept on script and he spoke to the people. It wasn't all read. I like that about him, that it doesn't seem like it's completely read off a teleprompter. But, to be honest with you, I think the reason why it was so long is because really, it's like he has to spend so much time trying to explain himself and try to get these people to understand what he's done, explaining every little thing, And it was just, unfortunately, it shows how not united we are. It just does. And you know what? I'm sorry, you don't have to like him at all, but you absolutely need to stand for all these people that have had their family members killed, regardless of the fact that it was by an illegal immigrant or not. Okay. He's making a point with that. We have to make a point with that. They're not standing for these people. The mother of that daughter, the girl that got killed on that bus or the train by that man, he was sitting next to Charlie Kirk's wife, the mother and the father. I'm sorry, as a human being, I don't care about Trump. I'm not even thinking about him during this moment that he's the one presenting it or talking about it. It's empathy. It's human compassion. And if those people, their hate is that bad, and it's solely focused on their hate for him, they're not good people. You're not a good human. No. Period. So you're not uniting the country. You're the reason the country's not united. It's not him. He's not forcing people to not be united. Not everybody has to like him, but what he's doing matters. And people are getting killed. Many people have lost family members. and children due to, he was making a point, obviously, of how many people were let into this country just with free open borders and what it's done here, because we did not let in all the good people, no matter what they're trying to say. It wasn't the fucking good people that came over here, okay? They might have been some, and you have compassion for those. And I just had this conversation with my son today. Here's the thing. A lot of kids at a certain age were dragged here by their parents, right?
Yeah, they have no choice. They had no choice.
Here's the thing. To me, that's a loophole. To me, I don't think those kids should be shipped back. I mean, it's a difficult discussion and decision, but it's not their fault they're here. They were dragged here by their parents. And, those are the ones I think that should be helped first to try and get citizenship here if this is where they're going to stay. And maybe those parents that drag those kids here, now why uproot and ruin those kids' lives? They didn't have a choice in the matter. So I do have compassion and meet halfway. I just think that the people that, if they're going to help them get their citizenship here, they should be the kind of people that are here because they love our country, because they want to add to it. They want to be productive in it and be positive influence. And that's it.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. And when, look, Boyd says, I'm totally sympathetic over what happened to the young lady. But what does it have to do with the State of the Union? Look, when Donald Trump said we have to think about the United States of America first and our people first, and what's more important, 100%. United States of America, our people, or the immigration, illegal immigrants that are coming in? And the Democrats didn't even stand up for that. Now, there was a couple that set up. I got to give it up for Fetterman, man. Trump shook his hand. He goes, listen, I don't care for Trump, but some of the stuff he's doing is right. America is first. I don't care what side of the fence you're on, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't believe that our country is first, take care of our people first for America, then what's wrong with you all? Right. Come on, guys, let's be honest here. It's crazy.
And that big mouth Omar Elan, she is, and I'm so glad he just let her continue to do it, because at first I'm like, I wish they would drag that bitch out. But you know what? The more she did it, the bigger of an asshole she looked. She looked like an asshole. So unprofessional, yelling and screaming and just showing exactly who she is. And that anger inside of her, that's hate. That's hate, people. That's hate. That's not hate.
He put her, you know what? He left her there on purpose to look how bad this woman is. I mean, go look. What do you want? I mean, she married her brother. So what does that tell you? And then, of course, Democrat Texas Al Green holding up the sign. We're not all apes. Okay, I got it. He was escorted out of the building. I guess he did it back in March of 2025. It happened before with that same particular person. And then, of course, on Wednesday, the House representative voted to censor Al Green. I guess it was 244 to 198. Just come on, guys. Let's just, that's just crazy.
Right. You're not being good role models. Listen, if you want better people, if you want people to act right, then start being a better role model too. You know what I mean? And I don't know, just be more professional, be classier than that. And you know what? I think it does matter that all the other presidents honored people and gave them medals. Why wouldn't you do that in a State of the Union? Because you're honoring and you have a big platform, and they honored people that should be honored. And also because you know why, Boyd, unfortunately, none of the media gave hardly any time to these people who got murdered. That's why, because it didn't fit their narrative, because these kids got murdered and these parents are dealing with this forever. And you know what? This was their platform. He gave them a platform to at least give them some closure, justice, that they mattered, that the kids' names mattered.
It wasn't just about the two, right. It wasn't just about the two that rammed ICE and those two people. Unfortunately, the way that happened was wrong. I got it. But there's people too got some coverage too. Daryl, how are you doing? Patrice, how you doing? The women's U.S. hockey team who won refused invitation to the State of the Union, the women hockey team, but the men all went. And they were all supportive of Donald Trump, the men's U.S. hockey team, which won as well. And it's just, Just crazy, guys. It's just nuts how that all happens. And
Yeah.
hey, it is what it is.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
just our point of view, whatever. But everybody has their own opinion. I think he did a good job.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got here? Roberta Flack, killing me softly, dies at the age of 88 years old. Great. Daryl, how are you doing, brother? She was fantastic. She was a great voice that she had too. Very, very cool. There was a couple people. You remember when it was voting time, or even when it wasn't voting time? Sometimes people put out political signs or certain stuff in front of their house, or a certain flag. And of course, when everybody put the Trump signs, people would steal it. The Democrats would take the Trump signs off and steal it. Well, one guy out of Texas electrified his. And they show people, he's got video people of people trying to grab it, and they get electrocuted. Good for them. Bunch of idiots. Bunch of idiots. Stop stealing shit that does not belong to you. Absolutely. Just a bunch of idiots. Okay. Elon Musk was in the news again, Carol. Robot army, $10 billion are going to spend. They're going to say they're going to be that many humanoid robots by 2040. And if you want to buy one, it's about $20,000. 2040 is not that long, guys.
No. What is a person going to do with that in their home? I don't understand. What is it going to be for? Protection? Like, I don't know.
No, it could be a robot. It could be a mate. It could be a maid. It could be just like Rosie the Jensens. You can buy one.
I'll take a Rosie. I'll take a maid. I'll take a maid. I'll take a robot maid. I will. Yeah. Yes.
You take the maid. Jesus. 10 billion humanoids, robots, robot army by 1040. Plus, they'll even have their own army, probably their own military army as well. I don't know what's going to happen with this thing, folks. I don't know. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens with that. I'd get one if I can afford one. I would get one. Absolutely.
How about like a robot that is for security? Like you know, if you have dogs for security. I mean, if you got a robot that's armed somehow, I don't know, has bullets in its something. I guarantee they're going to have that. I mean, they're
absolutely.
If it breaks into your house, then the robot can kill it or subdue it, right?
Put them in schools, put them in hospitals, put them in schools, put them at concert halls, put them in place so they won't get hurt. You know, you can throw a rock at the robot. You can do whatever you want to let them. If anybody comes near, danger, Will Robinson, baby, all over again. It is what it is. All crazy. All right. And look, even in Chicago now, the Waymo robot taxis, they're starting on the south side. I don't know, Carol. Can you get into a tag with nobody driving it?
No.
I would be very, very interested.
Would you? Would you get in? I don't think I could.
Yeah, maybe not the first week. Not the first week that they're introduced. I want to see who else gets killed first. You know what I mean? But look, I think it would be kind of cool.
Oh my God.
It does. Crazy. Emo, tell me which Biden's president, Catholic, has his cabinet, black, white, protested, Jewish, lesbian, homosexual, Muslims, Buddhist, et cetera, et cetera. That's what he has. All right. Well, I like all your guys, everybody that's making comments and stuff. I do appreciate everything that, you know, that's what you guys feel. And that's what's important. Good, no matter what. That's why we can still do that, folks. It's not like, you know, ABC or CNN that will stop you from saying whatever you're going to say. You're going to say what you're going to say. And thank God we can still do that. All these stores that are getting broken into at night could have a robot patrolling the premises.
Yes.
Boy, big time.
Yes, exactly.
Big time.
For protection. Use a robot for protection. That's a good idea.
Absolutely. When you have parades, security. I mean, it's going to be very, very cool. I think that's important. More stuff being recalled. 60,000 frozen blueberries are being recalled for listeria in 15 states. A lot of people eat blueberries. You know, their yogurt, with their cereals.
Yeah, me and Eliana eat them every day from Aldi. Yeah. Oh shit, that scares me.
Yeah. You might want to, I mean, there's a lot that's crazy over there. Also, WNBA basketball champ Kara Braxton dies at the age of 43 years old. She was, of course, African American basketball team. Well, she's not African. She's African American, but she played for the women's National Basketball League. Dies at the 43, 45, 47. These people are dying. What about Martin Short's daughter committed suicide?
Yes, everybody that don't remember this many people committing suicide. I just don't. And I know things are more out there because of social media, but to me, it's still a lot. It's still so it's the depression. And this is the generation of the kids maybe that grew up with social media. That's what's scaring me. That's why they're so young. It's like these people in their 20s and 30s, they grew up from a young child with the iPads in their hands and social media. That does have a correlation to depression and anxiety. And like I wholeheartedly
sometimes people are living their life through these social media outlets. This is what's going on. Look at, you know what I mean? Look at, and it's crazy. Holly Weird is absolutely right. And we're going to get to some crazy stories. Allegedly, I sent you one, I think yesterday, Carol, about some of these celebrities eating human skulls and human flesh that's coming out on some of these Epstein files. It's allegedly from what they're saying, but I mean, yesterday there was like 8 reports alone of 8 different. And you know what I mean, guys, when you hear something of some sort that might be so outrageous, somewhere in that outrageous is true.
Right. Where there's smoke, there's fire, right? There's some part of that.
There's fire.
Come out of nowhere, right? It didn't just come out of nowhere.
Yeah. Out of
That's
nowhere.
Scary.
Our prayers out. Christina Applegate from Married with Children. She got MS, battling MS. I can't imagine what that must be like. And then look about Tyson, Zachary Taylor, whatever his name was, from Home Improvement. He's going to spend 14 months in jail. This is his 5th DUI. 5th DUI. That's a problem.
Yeah. That's a big problem. 5? Come on. Why is again, you could not be allowed to drive, but maybe he was still driving, right? I mean,
and they still, guys, after 5 DUIs, they only gave him 14 months in prison. That's a year, and you'll probably get out in 6 if he does good behavior, and hopefully he gets on a program. I don't know. He probably, a lot of people try the programs. Programs only work, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to quit. Right. If you don't want to quit, that Band-Aid's going to come off.
Right. They also have monitors, and I didn't know about this. A woman I know, she was married, whatever, everything went south. He had a real bad drinking problem. He had been in a rehab a couple times, but she said, I couldn't believe this existed. And I'm sure people probably know about it. So, they have ankle monitors for people that are in like house arrest or whatever. So they have an ankle monitor that also, it's like it shows if you have alcohol in your system, right?
Yeah.
And so they had kids together, right? So when he was out on this monitor with the alcohol reader on it, it went to her phone. It's an app. And before, when he would pick up the kids, for visits, which I 100% back up this thing, whatever it is, agree with it.
Sure.
She could see what the blood alcohol content is, if he's had anything at all. Listen, you're done. You know what? These people that have had a couple DUIs, they should have to live with those on. And you know what? They cost like $500 a month for you they charge you to have it on.
Oh,
it's like $500 a month. Guess what? The guy stopped drinking because he couldn't, they know. She would know right away. She has it.
And you know what? Sometimes that could, but you also have to have people who care. You also have to have people who care. And a lot of people give up on some people because after crying wolf, eventually you stop. And you know what?
For sure.
It's crazy as it is. Laura, she died of natural causes, I think, 80 years old. This goes back, if you guys remember the TV show Father Knows Best. Lauren Chaplin dies at the age of 80 years old. All right. And we're talking NFL, Bears folks still. They're trying to figure out what's going to go out, if they're going to move to Indiana or not. But in the meantime, Tyson Bagent, of course, was the backup for the Chicago Bears quarterback. he's a very good quarterback. They made him a big contract, but there's a lot of people that want him, and I believe that he should start. I hope he goes to St. Louis. I hope he leaves the Bears and goes to a team so he can start. I think that's very, very important. I also wanted to say, remember our good friend George from Chicago Prime. If you got the Daily Herald yesterday, they had a whole full-page tribute to George from Chicago Prime in the Daily Herald yesterday. And thank you, Jeff, for showing me that yesterday. So very, very cool. A couple other stories here. Carol, and now both of your parents are still alive, and my dad is gone, but I'm asking you guys, I don't know, Emo, Boyd, or everybody, Daryl, everybody that's watching, do you ever have the urge to pick up, you don't think about it, and you say, let's call dad, and then you stop and realize that your dad's not there no more, or your mom's not there, or your best friend? I have a friend, George, when fishing comes, I posted a picture of a couple of weeks ago, and I still have his number, and I'll call it just to hear his voicemail. George, let's go fishing. I wonder if you guys do it. Felix Greco, great singer in Chicago. How you doing, Felix? Hope to see you tonight at Positanos. I think, right, Carol? Do you have a friend or anybody maybe that you want to call?
Yeah, I have a friend, Ricky. He passed away very young. He was like 47, about maybe 5 years ago. I had met him when I was like 17 on spring break. We just became really, really good friends. We would visit each other back and forth. He lived in New Jersey originally. And I got to know his mom, his sister, and then he even came to my wedding. He got to meet, but he would talk to my kids all the time. And he was his mom found him. He must have had a heart attack in his sleep. He was 47 years old. It's like 5 years ago. And I would always call him when I was in the car, and I knew I had a long ride because we didn't talk often, but I knew I could get a whole hour in with him. And he had this accent, this New York accent, and he was just so funny and so full of life. And sometimes when I'm in my car, I'm like, ooh, this is a Ricky drive, and it blows my mind because it's been 5 years and you don't think about it every day, but that's when I think about it, when I want to call him and have that long conversation with him, It's hard.
And I mean, like I said, man, God, wait till I get home. I can't wait to tell dad, or I can't wait to call. And then, it's not there. And I'm sure a lot of people have done that. Joanne Lulo, how are you doing? How are you doing? Robert Provenzano, you're watching Ocean's Pit. Toxic Thursday, Thirsty Thursday, here with me and Carol Brandolino. All right, Carol. 6 states with the most attractive people. Top 6 states with the most attractive people. And this is based on, ladies and gentlemen, on dating apps. So take it for what it's worth. Okay. Dating apps, okay? Coming in at number 6, Pennsylvania. Most attractive people in the United States, Pennsylvania.
Let me put that in my phone.
There you go. Number 5. Good one, Boyd. Thank God for camcorders and pictures and stuff on VHS. Yeah. Maybe if you had pictures of your, that you can put that on DVD now and transfer them. You can always see that. There's your cousin Nanette watching. Hi, Nanette. How are you doing? Welcome. All right. So number 5, Arizona. Most attractive people. Arizona comes in at number 5. Number 4. And I don't know how this happened because I was in Ohio and I didn't see anybody good looking out there.
What?
No, only Ohio comes in at number 4.
Okay.
Texas comes in at number 3. California comes in at number 2. And number 1, best look attractive people in the world, New York City. Chicago didn't even make the top 6, folks. Illinois did not even make the top 6.
That's bad.
According to,
I wonder if they're going by real pictures or, this is a funny story, or AI pictures. When I put AI shit on okay, I always write, look, I know it's AI. I say it's AI. Do I have to put a disclaimer? Do you know some guy, and I never saw the post until weeks later, some guy wrote, do you really message me on Messenger? I'm not a friend with him, not friends with the guy.
Yeah.
You really I could just picture what this guy fucking looked like and sounded like, by the way he wrote it. Do you really look like that? It was like, do you really look like that? Like that's how I could totally picture it. But I was just like,
well, you really look like Diane.
Do you really look like that girl? Like, I'm just like, put your teeth in. Like, hold on a minute. Like, and I didn't answer because I don't want to even have a conversation with somebody I don't even know and I'm not friends with. But I know for them, I know if I look like something or not. It's AI. I always post it's AI. It's for fun. This is what I look like for the most part.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm not trying to look like anything I'm not.
But Carol, you're right. Unfortunately, these dating services where
I know.
you will, or not only the AI, but some people will post a picture that was 20 years ago. And, like wait a minute, what happened here? I remember there was a picture. A buddy did that. He set up a date and he went to the bar and he's seen, and from the waist up, wow, looks fantastic. But when she went to the bathroom, she was missing one leg. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but at least you got to let them know.
Yeah, but
do you let the people know?
Do you? Hey, I got one leg. Okay, I want to go.
Wait a minute. You don't mean
is a guy going to tell me I have one testicle? I mean, come on. Why do she have to tell me?
But listen, would you rather have the fake leg? Okay. And you guys have cocktails. This could be men or women. You have cocktails. And you go on 2 or 3 dates. Okay, you're just kissing in the car, nothing else. 2 or 3 dates, blah, blah, blah. Then you find a hotel room. Here it is. All right. Take it out. You're waiting. Because a lot of times you don't want to see, you want to see the imagination of it. What's it going to look like? You don't want to see people that you rather. So bang, what happens then? Champagne. What? So then you've been lying to this person for 4 or 5 dates. You've been lying to them.
Okay, I would definitely tell him if I had one leg, okay, and we had a couple dates and there was something there and there was attraction, I would definitely say something then before like sex happened, okay, for sure.
Yeah.
But to go on the date, no, I'm not going to tell. You know what? Why would I tell them first? What if they hit it off and the other person doesn't care that you have one leg? Listen, if I met a guy I really liked, I was attracted to him. He had a great personality and, everything was good, chemistry and kissing and all that. I wouldn't give a shit if he had one leg. That's not going to affect anything.
That's what I mean. But people stop being so vain.
Yeah, but not before the first date. Like I wouldn't want somebody to be like, hey, just so you know, I got one leg. I'd be like, oh shit. Like I wouldn't.
All right, I'll give you that. Let's forget the first date. 3 dates. Okay. You're on the third date. That means you guys are excited. You guys have something in common because you're going on that third date. How about this story here? British man. We're talking about a guy or lady that you meet at a bar and only has one leg and whatever. How about this British man, 78 years old? I don't know if that makes any differences, but he has 3 penises.
Perfect.
One normal, normal, and 2 smaller ones. It's called tripahalia, or if I'm pronouncing that right.
No, it's not. Seriously. Tripa. Listen, tripa in Greek means whole.
Tripa. Okay, see, there you go.
Oh, tripa means whole.
He's a guy from England. First of all, do you carry 78, this poor guy?
What are you going to do with all of them? Like, where are you going to just push the other ones out of the way? Where are they?
He's got one that's normal and 2 small ones. I don't know. Does he pee 3 times? Does he pee 3 times? I don't know.
He's a human fountain or a tripod.
That's what it is. See, folks. There you go, Boyd. Trifecta. Boyd says trifecta. Always something here, folks. Always something. Okay. Stephen A. Smith, whether you like him or not, I love Stephen A. Speaks mine. Love the guy. If I'm a person in New York who wants to shovel snow, you hear about this? Mandami's doing this, the governor, who wants to shovel snow. I need 2 forms of ID for you to hire this person to do your snow, whatever, in the building. Right. But Democrats are arguing, why should you need an ID to vote? What is it's wow. Okay. you got a big company, you want to do or someone's home or whatever it is. You got to have two types of ID to vote to shovel snow. That's okay, New York Democrats, but you can't do it here. I mean, to vote.
Because he said the reason why is we have to have your information so we can pay you. So guess what? Again, they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay money to somebody who what? Isn't from here, doesn't have a legitimate identification. Exactly. That's the whole point. That's what we're saying, because the taxpayers are paying all these people that, you know what I mean? Same thing. They just don't want to do it. They don't want to get screwed themselves is what it is. They don't care about us. They don't want to get screwed. It's disgusting.
They don't care about us. Okay. Absolutely. It's insane. And how about this one? Posted this. Mancow posted it. Love Mancow too. There was more outrage over Sydney Sweeney's jeans than there was about the entire world being run by satanic pedophile cannibals.
Yeah. Oh,
and we're gonna some of these stories, guys. You can look them up yourself. Look, Epstein. These are allegedly. These are stories that are coming out supposedly in the Epstein's file. This is more than just pedophiles, folks. Epstein file reveals cannibal Ellen DeGeneres ate Anne Hench after murdering her. Is this still a conspiracy theory, or we confirmed Ellen Epstein's Island background on her show for a reason? I know this stuff is crazy, what we're saying right now, and it's allegedly these stories, but there was like 4 or 5 different celebrities that were targeted yesterday on social media, and that was one of them. And I'm trying to get some of the other ones here. Here, leaked. This is from sellingmysoulforlove.com. Leaked Epstein footage exposes Whoopi Goldberg eating human brains from a child's skull. Broad daylight. This is just the second celebrity. This has all been on Instagram yesterday, 2 or 3 that have been coming out. It's pretty. When I seen this, I couldn't even read some of the shit that they came up with too, and some of the stuff that they're coming up with. But it is pretty weird, and I don't know if that's the case here. This is from Concession Fighter 82. Epstein files baby trafficker Oprah Winfrey wears jewelry made from child body parts. Now, this is the 3rd celebrity yesterday on social media and Instagram, according to some of these millions and millions of, I don't know how many actual files that were released. How about this one from integrity.com? Breaking news. Disney sent kids to Jeffrey Epstein's Island from 2004 to 2018. Disney cruise ships reportedly stopping St. James Island for day trips, despite Epstein's history of pedophilia. Epstein was seen dining with children, posing for photos, Disney characters, hosting VIP parties with Maxwell. Sources from years before Epstein went viral confirmed this isn't a rumor. It's documented. This is the 4th story on Instagram yesterday. Now, you're absolutely right, Ellie. Frank, how you doing, buddy? Frank, of course, Imparto from Positanos, where we're going to be there tonight with Jerry Jams, yours truly, and Regina Karma, and $10 martinis, baby. You can't beat it. Donnie Morrison, hope you're doing. You can't make some of this shit up. I know it's crazy. It's just nuts.
It seems like it just can't be true, right? It just seems so outlandish that it can't be true.
No.
And I hope it's not. But we're seeing it. We're seeing stuff that is being proven, other things that are true. So you wonder. It makes you wonder, and it's scary.
It makes you wonder. And like I said, guys, and you all know this myself, no matter what story, no matter what you read, no matter what side of the fence you're on, there's no more oh my gods. There's no more,
Yeah.
oh my God, I can't believe they did that. Or, oh my God, I can't believe, right? You guys all know this, whether side, this is just you guys talking, guys and gals here talking. There's
Right.
nothing that shocks me anymore. If this came
No.
out to be true, if they're doing things with kids, why not eat them too?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I'm talking about particular part. If they're doing anything with children, then there's no boundaries, there's no rules.
Well, cannibalism exists.
We don't
It's not
know,
like it's something
Ellie
that
Weinhardt.
doesn't exist. It does. Cannibalism does
Right,
exist.
we don't know. You're right, Ellie. It's not proven. But what I'm trying to say is, right, it's not proven. But we know what's going on with the pedophile stuff and sex trafficking. We know that. So why would that be like a shocker to you guys?
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Ugh.
Oh, look at Boyd. Wow, that sounds goofy. Oh my God. See what I mean? You can say something so serious.
Is Boyd coming to the anniversary? Boyd, you should come to the anniversary.
Are you coming to the anniversary? Come on.
You could be one of the guests.
The anniversary. By the way, this Wednesday is the 6-year anniversary of Ocean's Pit. Hopefully we get Ellie there. Now Ron Onesti won't be, but he's calling in. He's going to be in. So he told me he's calling in. Richie from Seventh Heaven will be there. We got a lot of other surprises showing up for the 6-year anniversary party this Wednesday, March 4th. It's going to be at Village Tavern in Schaumburg, 6 o'clock. 7:15, we're going to go live, folks. And then 7:30, they're going to bring out the free world famous chicken fingers with the special sauce and French fries for the people that are watching the show. We're going to have drink giveaways. Laura Ocean will be there. Carol Brandolino. It's going to be good. A bridge too far. Ellie, Hollywood, nothing shocks me, hon. Yeah. Nothing surprises me out in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Nothing. And I sure hope it's not true.
Yeah.
I hope it's not true. But it's just crazy as it is right now. Here you go. TMZ. Bill Gates has admitted having affairs with Russian women while married to his now former wife, Melinda.
Okay. I mean, big deal. At this point, that's how sad is that? You hear about cheating, you're like, yeah, so what? That's the problem. So much messed up shit happens now that you look at the things that normally would have been, oh, you should never do that, or the shocker, and you're like, whatever, he just cheated, big deal. That's how we are getting desensitized. That's what all of this is. All of it.
Absolutely. Is Jerry James there? Jerry's name's not coming up. So, Jerry, if you're there, welcome home, brother. Looking forward to seeing you tonight at, of course, Positano's in Oak Brook. Here, Putin. This is from Dixon.com. Putin releases evidence Bill Gates is pumping human remains into food supplies. Putin is saying Americans are eating each other, and not in the right way.
God. Well, didn't McDonald's say that there was some human DNA in their burgers or something disgusting? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Now, I know, guys. I know this is crazy. It's crazy talk. But my God, Mancow told you in 2020, COVID-19 was staged and pre-planned. This is also in the Epstein files. Now, of course, why are they going to say, hey, Epstein files probably tell you who killed Hoffa, who killed Kennedy, the crazy stories. But my God, just makes you really wonder what's so wrong with this crazy world that we're living in. I don't know, Carol. It's kind of sad. You watch it, and scary, guys. You're watching Ocean's Pit. It's time for the weather, folks. Brought to you by our good friend Ace Hardware. Ace is this buy local, shop local for Thursday, the 26th of February. That's right. It's 36 degrees right now. 42% humidity, 7-mile-an-hour winds. Is kind of cool in there, a little sunny. So get out there anyway. Spring is right around the corner, folks. Spring is right around the corner. And that's brought to you by our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Ace Hardware. And it's like every time you try to look at some of these stories that come up, it's just nuts. I just shake my head and laugh half the time. Uh, this is going way back. In the 1880s, U.S. doctors prescribed cocaine as a cure for coughs and toothaches. I believe that because you
Yeah.
guys remember when Coca-Cola first came out, there was cocaine in there. When
Mhm.
Coca-Cola first came out, a certain amount. So it doesn't
Yep.
surprise me. Are the Epstein files open to the public view? You know what? That's a good question, Boyd. Can anybody look up those files?
Well, now that they're released, I have no clue, but now that they're released, I wonder, I don't know if this works with federal stuff, but I
Yeah,
think it should. The whole Freedom of Information Act, like the FOIAs, I know this much. Your everyday person, when all these grants that are out there, that
yeah,
these people were finding out where the money was going, that was all fraudulent. Any person can go and FOIA a grant and exactly what's in, like, let's say some grants have 10 lines, some have 50. And in each line, it'll say how much money is going to go for this, how much money is going to go for that.
yeah.
It'll show. And a lot of times, like if a grant is, let's say 100,000, and then you see that 80,000 is going to pay the person that's overseeing the grant, and then how much their benefits are, and their insurance, all that shit. And then the grant that's $100 or $100,000 automatic, and now it's at $8,000 for the purpose of it. But you can see that. Public can see that
Well,
if they FOIA it. So I don't know
it's
about the
almost
fine.
yeah, but you know what, Boyd and Carol, to your point, I wonder. Remember when they finally released a lot of the Kennedy the assassination paper, the
Mhm,
files, whatever they call that, whatever,
mhm.
and they finally released that to the public. Certain things you can see, whatever it is. I don't know, but I know I'm going to have somebody on next Friday, and he's going to answer a lot of these crazy questions. And I'm writing some of this stuff down. But thank you, Boyd. Good point. But you can probably Google that too. And
Mhm.
find out if the Epstein files are open to the public. I don't know. I mean, interesting. John F. Kennedy. Here's from Roy McCampbell, one of the best attorneys that I know. John F.
Mhm.
Kennedy Jr. was declared front runner for the New York Senate seat back in 1999. Days later, his plane crashed in the Atlantic Ocean, and his rival Hillary Clinton became senator.
Yeah, Roy posts a lot of very interesting things. I like
Yes.
seeing his posts, and I look into them. But wow, things that make you go, hmm.
Things that make you go, yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. This came
Mhm.
out on WGN TV 8 years after it was intentionally filed. A Cook County judge has ruled in favor of the plaintiff in the class action lawsuit, claiming the city of Chicago overcharged residents for parking tickets across the 10-year period. More than $163 million of people were overcharged.
Wow.
It wouldn't surprise me,
No,
Illinois.
not at all. Not at all. Illinois
Wouldn't
sucks.
surprise me.
It really does.
Now
Yeah.
you really want to piss people off, folks? This is according to 77 WABC. If the Chicago Bears do move to Indiana, they're reportedly considering naming their new stadium allegedly after Charlie Kirk. Do you imagine the Charlie Kirk Stadium? Oh
Well,
boy.
for the Bears, though, would they still be the Chicago Bears? But
They're
instead of
still going to be
Soldier Field.
Chicago Bears. The governor of Indiana said
Oh.
if they end up moving, they will still be called just like the
Ooh.
New York Giants play in New Jersey, but they're called New
Interesting.
York Giants. I'm waiting to see if I can get my $1,000 check from the government. I think we're all waiting on that, Boyd. But you know what? If Trump does that, I know he did promise that. But if he does that, I don't know. But if he was
Mhm.
smart, right before midterms, I would make sure
Right.
every government guy,
You
every
get a
person
check.
gets
You
that
get a
money.
check. You get a
Yeah,
check.
you get a check. You get a check. If he
Yep.
wants to do it. And someone said about eating dogs and cats. You know what? Probably every time you eat Chinese food, I'm sure there's a piece of cat somewhere in there.
Oh.
It's just me, but here's a state representative, Dan Gates questions why the Bears get meetings with the governor while Illinois families and other businesses struggle with crushing property taxes. Good point. Good point.
Yep. And people are worried about Kash Patel partying it up with the men's, gold, the gold medal winners for the hockey team. Why not? Why not? They played for the USA. Sports is such a big thing in our country, and it's a good thing. It's a positive thing. The people are just bitching about the dumb things, but now we're worried about the Bears so much. Look, it's the Bears. Okay, it's a football team. Same thing. A lot of people residents that live in Illinois, we're thinking the same thing. Who gives a shit? Can we get some relief here with our money, with our taxes, with schools and all that shit? Nobody gives a shit about the Bears and the lottery.
Listen, guys. Yeah, and you know what? No disrespect to Savannah, and I'm so sad about her mom missing and all that crap. I got it. But what about all the missing children?
Yeah.
It's pushed to the side. That's not on the news every day. That's not on ABC, CBS. It's not on the CNN. No, it's not. Fox. It's not on any channel.
Nope. I sadly, what if that's a distraction too? Like, I don't know. Who knows anymore, but
we don't know. And there you go, Boyd. And why didn't he point out the Epstein victims in the audience the other night? Good point. Good point.
Were they there? Were they? I think that they have had, I think people have already acknowledged them in a lot of different events. I do.
Yeah. Some of them have a couple books out.
Yeah. These people that were killed have not been acknowledged. Their families haven't been acknowledged enough. And the people themselves that have been killed. Like the guy that was a nurse that got killed, he got acknowledged all over the place. That girl, that Riley, Laken Riley, she was going to be a nurse, young girl.
Yes.
She got
that was all over the press. Yes.
Yeah, there was no protesting, no nothing for that girl.
No protesting.
Not for any of these girls that got killed by these sickos. There was no protesting for any of them. Nothing.
But they were there. Okay, good point. I don't know. Some of them might have been, but you got a point there. Like I said, guys, we like all your opinions, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Remember this, guys. Confucius say, naked man who walks through door sideways going to Bangkok.
Confucius also say, men who keep hand in pocket feel cocky all day.
Now we're going back to our old school stuff. Breaking news, New York Post. This was yesterday. American Airlines jet lands in Miami with bullet holes after a trip to Colombia.
Oh, wow.
On the plane. Man, again, our prayers out to everybody in certain Mexico, Puerto Vallarta. My God, what's going on over there? I just can't imagine. Here you go. ABC Channel 7 shared their story. A Chicago venue stepped up to help a couple whose Mexican wedding was canceled due to cartel violence. Oh, that's kind of cool. Restaurant steps up and takes, you can have it here at my restaurant. That's a pretty cool thing to do. And you're right, people. That's like a honeymoon place to go. And, at that particular time. Yeah. Fox 32 News, FedEx driver arrested after 62,000 in stolen packages were found in her storage unit.
Wow.
Holy shit.
And we all have been victim to that where some package never showed up. We all have, right?
Yes.
Back there. Storage wars.
Talked about Martin Short's daughter committing suicide. We're so sorry about. My God, all right. Again, another one. Fox 32 suburban Chicago daycare employees accused of battering 7 children.
Oh,
you hear about that?
Yes, I did. And it made me.
And you look at these 2 girls. They look normal. They look like everyday little girls or girls in the working at a store or someone you should know. There's no it's like what?
We see a lot of these videos they know that there's video cameras in there for a child care place, right? They have to know that. They are even teachers. There was a kindergarten teacher, this woman that was smacking the shit out of this little kid hard over and over. If you're a parent, I just don't even know how you cannot, even those 2 girls, when I started reading about what they did.
Yeah.
They put their names on there. I was like, holy shit. Somebody's going to go find them because You know, they deserve.
Don't worry about losing your job. Don't worry about that. That's the least you got to worry about.
Least, if it was aunts, uncles, cousins, just so you know, within a week.
Crazy. And Boyd, look at that. The girl with all those packages from UPS and a storage unit, she was going to open up a thrift store. Sure.
New with tags.
Why not? Why not? Here's another one. Jackovani.com. New Epstein file reveals that Leonardo DiCaprio ate over 70 pounds of child meat as part of cannibalism diet. The files exposed DiCaprio swapping emails with Woody Allen when he brags about being full-blown cannibal. Allegedly.
Right, but who's going to email that in an email? Like, people know they're not dumb, that nothing's ever truly deleted out of
Correct. Well, like I'm saying, this is the fifth celebrity that I just mentioned. This was all yesterday, all came down. Now, like I said, it's probably all bullshit, but it just makes you, like you said, it's scary. And here's something I love. Joey Spins, I don't know if you're listening, buddy. Yeah, there you go, Boyd. Great point. The horrific shit that goes down in senior citizen homes.
Yes.
Oh my God, the way they treat those senior citizens or those places, it's just brutal. Good point, Boyd. Guys, if they don't like you and they're still watching everything you do, they are a fan.
Yes, they are.
They are a fan.
Your haters are going to put your ratings up higher than the people that like you. Trust me, because they're going to watch what you're doing secretly.
Absolutely. More stories. Mechanicalengineer.com. New Epstein files. A man who awarded Obama Nobel Peace Prize charged with gross corruption linked to Jeffrey Epstein. Like I said, everybody, and it's getting. I don't even want to talk about the stories anymore. But when I see shit like this, this is crazy too. 90% of doctors and nurses are refusing the flu shot. 73% refused the COVID-19 booster in 2024. 73% refused it, those nurses, and they all lost their jobs, and doctors, which was also increased in 90% in some hospitals.
You know, like you said, my body, my choice. At the end of the day, no one should ever be forced to put any kind of stuff into their body, I guess, you know, especially after what happened with COVID or when COVID was happening. I didn't want it because, you know what? I already had medical issues back when I was in my early 20s. For a couple of years, I was very sick. And, you know, I had to get my spleen removed. I had I'm immunocompromised as it is. I have autoimmune shit. I'm like, I don't want. And they were telling people that were immunocompromised, you should absolutely get it. Then we all got COVID right away. We got it. I remember. And I was scared to death at first, but you know what? I was like, I was fine, thank God. But I didn't get the shot because I was scared of this thing hasn't been tested enough.
I didn't get it either. I didn't get it either.
And I didn't have my kids get it because they
also
a lot of
people,
issues.
Right.
And no, I took a chance, you know, I just didn't feel comfortable.
I totally agree with you. Good move. Jack Vanna Landscape, they offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mold, bed fertilizing, service installation. Tommy's been servicing the North Shore for 50 years. Call Tommy at 847-432-5266. And Danny Armandi, our good buddy Danny Mazzy from Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Sorry, guys, we're running out of time. A gentle reminder that even on the days you feel behind, don't forget what you've already endured. You've done a lot. So that's a good one. I do like that a lot. All right, guys, tonight, Positano's in Oak Brook. Jerry Jams returns from Florida. Regina Karma knocking it out. And, of course, $10 martinis tonight at Positano's. Tomorrow, of course, Chicago Prime, Saturday, Rookies. Birthdays, John Travolta, Dennis DeYoung from Styx, George Kennedy, Tommy Iommi from Black Sabbath, Molly Ringwald, Justin Bateman, Family Tie, Smokey Robinson, Seal, Jeff Daniels, Benicio del Toro, Rihanna, Kurt Cobain, Juice Newton, Tom Skilling. Holy cow. Jill, Big John Studd for you wrestlers. Lee Marvin, Ray Winstone, Cedric Hardwick, Matt Dillon, Batman, February 19th, 1939. Batman, 87 years old. Sidney Portier, Cindy Crawford, 59. Ivana Trump, Massimo from Zazas, Nancy Wilson, Lou Canellis from Channel 9, John Brandt, formerly of Cheap Trick, and Susan Jambroni, belated birthday to your son who's up in heaven, Michael. What else we're going to say, right? I want to thank you all for watching, guys, today, and all you wonderful people for all your comments. There's Star. How you doing? Hey, buddy, in Vegas with Star, my granddaughter. Have a great son. Well, Star and Daryl, you guys have a good time, and hope to see you guys, too, very soon. Let's go to, again, our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. It's time. This is the last day ends, and then we have all new stuff happening for Ace. But this is still, it's time to get your seed started. 8-quart Miracle Grow Seed Starter Mix indoor plant design service, folks. You got to take care of that great stuff. Stock up and buy. Save 3, get 1 free Ace basic pleated air filters. And did you know that all LED bulbs are not a harsh, cool white? They also come in bright white and warm white. Get a 10-pound bag of FTD LED light bulbs, only $9.99. That's less than $1 per bulb. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, and don't forget to grill your Ace off. Grill your Ace off with our friends from Ace Hardware. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Carol, great job, honey. And thank you guys for being here. Guys, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment, be kind to one another. We really need to do that. And if you're offended with this show or any other show, change the channel like you do every day in front of your television. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. God bless everybody. Respect everyone. And you guys have an incredible afternoon. God bless you. Be back tomorrow, Friday, same time, same station. Ringo says peace and love. Goodbye, everybody. Woo!
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
That's right, folks. God bless you. And thanks for God bless America. God bless. Have a great day.